Recently, I've been spending a lot of time with young founders, and there are certain patterns that I have recognized that I want to address in this following video. My name is Michael Codely, and I'm the founder of Collabment, an influencer agency that does well over 100 million organic reach annually for our clients while working with the biggest brands in the world. And so I've been having this agency for the past 7 years, so I know a thing or two about being a young founder myself. The first pattern that I recognize is that the focus on perception too early. I know that being a founder and being an entrepreneur is very sexy, and especially when you post it on social media, it can be glorified and give you views and engagement and turn you into some kind of a small influencer yourself. However, once you've actually started building something and you post on social media, a lot of the young founders get addicted to the social engagement and focus more on becoming a creator, more on becoming a personal brand, more on becoming an influencer than rather being a business person and growing their business. So the first pattern that I recognize, and the first mistake in my opinion, is that they focus on perception way too early, making them turn into something bigger on social media than their business actually is. And so my advice here would be focus on your business, focus on building, document it on social media. If you get views and engagement, great. Try to somehow get those into leads for your business. And if it doesn't work out, you still have your business that you're currently working and focusing on. Number two is the over-index on content. I recognize this kind of pattern in my own social media and content creation strategy, where I try to focus too much on what to post instead of just posting. A lot of young founders try to make everything perfect, try to have the perfect B-roll scene, the subtitles, the edits, and everything needs to somehow fit into their very uniquely created niche. Whereas if you just post and you just share your message and your business and what you offer out there, you will actually get far further on social media in particular than when you just try to have everything in a perfect way. So don't overanalyze your social media. Just post, make sure it somehow aligns with your values and your business, and you'll be good to go. Number three is they underestimate proximity. Now, what I mean with that is a lot of the people that post on social media, it goes hand in hand with point number one and two. A lot of the young founders that post on social media, they get eyeballs, they get engagement, they seem bigger than they actually are on social media. And so they oftentimes think when they connect with other people on social media, those people will actually help them grow their business. Whereas the proper people who have their own business, who work on their agency, on their e-com brand, on their own personal brand, they aren't necessarily too big on social media because they simply do not have the time to post that much to make sure that their social media is polished and nice looking. So instead of making 1,000 connections online, try to be in the right rooms with the right people in real life. And last but not least, they avoid the boring work. Because simply put, the boring work isn't sexy on social media, and you need to really sit down, focus, and think of how you want to do those boring works. When I say boring work, what I mean is hiring properly, creating your SOPs, inventing systems, making sure your processes work, creating your lead magnets, and also documenting and trying out everything so that your assistant and your new hirees can actually work with your created model and processes. And those systems, that work, isn't sexy on social media. It's not engaging. It's not traveling. It's not you connecting and meeting people. It's just you in front of your MacBook, in front of your desk, just working and putting in hours after hours after hours. And so that isn't glorified on social media. Those are the four patterns that I have recognized, especially with young founders. Obviously, everybody in the entrepreneurial world builds up their business in a very different way. And so there is no right or wrong. Those are just the patterns that I have noticed and that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have noticed other patterns as well. And make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Peace out.